up for the entire tournament. There he is, Kieran Hickory!
Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my player ratings for yesterday's victory against Newcastle. We finally won a game. I forgot what it felt like to win a match. When was the last time we won a game? Manchester United. Last night was one of the first times in a very long time that I've actually watched Match of the Day, and I enjoyed it. How nice does it feel? Now, the first half I felt we were very flat. It was very one-dimensional. We didn't really move the ball through the midfield areas quick enough. Newcastle, we knew that they were going to sit deep and play counter-attack. And they had the better of the game, to be honest with you. St. Maximus was causing us all kinds of problems, man. And without being disrespectful to Newcastle, that guy is too good for them, to be quite honest. And I feel that if he carries on the way that he's doing, then it won't be long before he gets a move to one of the bigger sides, even outside of the Premier League. Quality player. Caused Bellerin no ends of problems. But he didn't get himself on the score sheet. And Newcastle were not able to get themselves a goal that maybe their first half fight deserved. There was an incident where Longstaff, he had a shot and it was deflected and nearly went past Leno. Good save. And then it was just kind of getting there and not really, causing Leno too many problems. And that's where Newcastle came unstuck. And the second half, we were absolutely superb. That was so good. The way we moved the ball, the way we pressed, the way we passed, the intensity, everything about that second half was absolutely spot on. Now 4-0, you kind of look at that and you think that two of the goals came in the 90th minute, and maybe the scoreline does flatter us a little bit and it maybe is a bit harsh on Newcastle, but that second half performance, you deserve it. When you put that much pressure on and you play that well, then you need to get a little bit of luck along the way, and we haven't had a lot of luck this season, so it's nice to actually finally get some. And it's also nice to see Lacazette finally get a goal. You can see how much that meant to him. And it was one of those where he actually kicked the ball into his standing foot and it actually deceived the goalkeeper and went in, and that's what he needed, a bit of luck. I felt that if he maybe struck that ball perfectly, he would have probably missed it. That's the kind of form he was going through. You need a bit of luck. You need it to be on your side at the end of the day, and he was, and he got that. So with that said, let's go and get into the player ratings. Starting off in goal, Goulburn Leno, and it was a pretty comfortable afternoon. There was that save in the first half that I was mentioning earlier, where we had to react really quickly. Otherwise it would have been an own goal by Sokratis, I believe it was. It was deflected from, but distribution was good, comfortable. And another clean sheet. That's 2 Premier League games in a row. He's got a clean sheet now. So that also breed confidence. But for yesterday, I'll give Goulburn Leno a 7. Moving into the defence on the right-hand side, Hector Bella. And it wasn't a bad performance, but there are a few concerns that I worry about with Hector. And it seems to me that he's lost that bit of pace that he had before his injury. Now, I'm hoping it's not a long-lasting effect of his cruciate ligament injury, because that can sometimes happen. I'm hoping it's more to do with the fact that he's still trying to get up to speed. He's still trying to get to full fitness, and that will eventually come again. But St. Maximus, man, he's hard enough to handle anyway, and I think he'll cause problems for most defenders. But he seemed to just be skipping past Hector very easily at times yesterday, and that's my only concern. That is it a long-lasting effect, or is it something that he will gradually get back and his speed will come back naturally? Hopefully it is the latter, and he will be able to get back to the Hector he was before his injury. But for yesterday, I'll give Hector Bellerin a 6. Moving into the centre-back positions, and David Luiz there wasn't really a lot to do. I felt that they dealt with what was in front of them. There was a couple of moments in the second half. St. Maximus hit the post and they got a little bit muddled up there. But overall, it wasn't a bad performance, to be honest with you. I don't think it was a day for the defenders. Despite Newcastle's, play in the first half, and they had a lot of breaks and everything else, they never really put us under threat. There wasn't a real barrage where you could say, you know what, they really stood up in this one and they really had to work and dig deep. I think it was quite a comfortable afternoon. But yeah, David Luiz, I'll give him a 6 for yesterday, because I think it was quite a normal afternoon, to be quite honest with you. Alongside him, we have Mustafi, and I felt that he was the better out of the two. And I felt that, he'd done well again yesterday. But again, I'm not going to give more than a 6, because I don't feel that they were really stretched and they weren't really tested. Like I said, despite Newcastle's possession in the first half, shall we say, and dangerous moments, they never really put us under threat. And I feel that we defended as a block and we were able to, nullify that. And I feel that, yeah, I'm not going to give more than a 6, to be honest. And it's not because that they had poor performances. It was just the fact that it wasn't really a lot for them to do, to be honest. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. On the left-hand side, we had the young lad Saka. Now, I see a lot of people give him man of the match. He was up there, most definitely up there. But he wasn't my man of the match, but his performance was absolutely brilliant. And right now, Kolasinac's not getting back in the side. And when Tierney's back from injury, he's not getting back in the side, because he was absolutely superb again. The assist for Pepe's goal. Whoops. Wow. Unbelievable. What a young talent we've got on our hands. And we need to go and sort out that contract situation. It's as simple as that. But for yesterday, I will give Saka an 8. Going to move into the midfield area. First of all, Granit Xhaka. And it was a solid performance. Done everything he needs to do. Kept it simple. Doesn't get caught on the ball now. Works hard. Distribution's good. And yeah, it was a decent afternoon, to be honest with you. And I'll give Granit Xhaka a 7. Alongside him yesterday was Dani Ceballos, and I thought that was a really good performance. And I felt that the introduction of Ceballos from the start actually helped Mesut Ozil. I feel that he allowed Mesut Ozil to play. And there's some question marks over Torreira not starting. I'm still a little bit, dubious over it. But that, yeah, yesterday it worked. Dani Ceballos, he was brilliant yesterday for me. And it's everything he does off the ball. And you need to watch that side of his game to truly appreciate it and understand. But yeah, yesterday I'll give Dani Ceballos a 7. Same as Granit Xhaka. Done what they needed to do. Kept it very simple. And allowed others in front of them to play, and they're the danger men, so let them go and do what they need to do. And it's a good start back for Ceballos, first start under Mikel Arteta. In the attacking areas, first of all, on the left-hand side, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and do you know what, it was a quiet afternoon, to be honest. His work rate, don't get me wrong, he works so hard, and I know that he doesn't really like it out on that left-hand side. You can see that he wants to play more central, but he's doing what he needs to do for the team. He's the captain of the side. And when we needed that first goal to break Newcastle's resistance, he got it. What a header. Brilliant header. And yeah, good performance all round in terms of his work rate. But in terms of the attacking 4, he was probably the quieter one. But I will give Aubameyang a 7 for his performance yesterday. Going to move into the centre of that 3 and Mesut Ozil. And I'll tell you something, that was Mesut Ozil from about 3-4 years ago. That was absolutely brilliant. The way he creates space. I watch him and the movement and the fluidity of his play and the way he sets everything up and does everything. It's just a joy to watch, honestly. His performance was brilliant yesterday, and I'm going to give Mesut Ozil an 8. On the right of that 3, it's Nicolas Pepe, and he was my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Even in the first half, his work rate and the way he was, tackling and shutting players down, you could tell he's starting to get used to the Premier League. 2 assists, a goal, and for me, he was man of the match. As well as Saka played, it's all about opinion, and my opinion was that Nicolas Pepe was man of the match. So for yesterday, I'm going to give him a 9. Up front as the main striker yesterday, it was of course Eddie Nketiah. Can't fault him for his work rate. Should have scored at the start of the second half, hit the bar. He was making runs, trying to create things, trying to cause problems, and it was a good afternoon. First Premier League start, and he will only get better. I feel that he just needs to get that goal, and that would have been, you know, just rewards for his performance. But for yesterday, I'll give Eddie Nketiah 7. Going to move to the substitutes, and do you know what? They didn't spend a lot of time on the pitch when you think about it. Torreira, he came on, wasn't on there for a real long time. Joe Willock actually released Pepe for the goal that Lacazette scored. So that was good that he was involved in that. So Joe Willock and Torreira, I'll give him the standard 5 because they wasn't on for long. Lacazette, he wasn't on for long, and I would have given him the standard 5, but he scored. So I'm going to have to give him a nudge up and give him a 6 because he scored, like I said. And you could tell what that meant to him, scoring. It was the relief. All the weeks and all the talk about not scoring and everything else. And it's just finally, that could be crucial because we need him to start scoring for the running that we've got and everything else. So, yeah, I'll give him a 6. He wasn't on for a long period and got the goal though. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Now, Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give him an 8. There was some questions over the starting lineup, most notably Lucas Torreira. Eddie Nketiah starting as well. That was a bit of a surprise. But listen, picked the right team. And whatever he said to them at half-time obviously worked because they weren't listening in the first half and it wasn't really going to a plan. But they certainly picked that up in the second half. So it's good to see that he can, you know, give them a bit of a bollocking at half-time and they actually respond to it. So that's a good sign. But yeah, overall, good performance. And I'll give Mikel Arteta an 8. So there we go. That is it. That is the player ratings. As usual, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. What were your ratings if they were different to mine? Now, of course, we go into Europa League action on Thursday. Going out to Greece, Olympiakos. That'll be an interesting one. It's a very hostile place to go and we've got to put in a big performance. So we'll wait and see. There'll be a preview to that. I might actually do a matchday vlog for that one. And there will be a player ratings as well. There's going to be content from DTSC. That matches that we've been playing will be coming out as well. So keep an eye on those. And yeah, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of it.